To help me make this video, I asked 35 friends and family members a simple question. What do you know about MSG? The only thing a lot of them really knew is that they thought it was bad for them, even if they couldn't tell me why. All of the foods pictured here contain MSG. It's a popular ingredient in Asian and imported foods, and it was easy to find foods containing MSG at the grocery store. And it's even used in products marketed towards kids. What you might not know is that it's in foods made right here in Canada that you're probably familiar with. In Canada, MSG, or monosodium glutamate, is not considered to be a food additive. It's considered to be a flavor-enhancing ingredient used to enhance the natural flavor of various foods. There's no specific regulatory limit to the amount of MSG that may be added to food, but the amount added should be at levels consistent with good manufacturing practice. This means that only the smallest amount needed to enhance the flavor of the item should be added to the food. So where can you find MSG if you're interested in purchasing it? It was in the spice aisle marketed as an alternative to salt. MSG comes in the form of a white solid powder, which actually looks pretty similar to salt as well. When MSG is added to a prepackaged food, it has to be identified on the label, even if it's part of a spice mixture or something else that's being added to the product. Although a lot of people think food additives are unnatural chemicals manufactured in a lab, MSG is actually a naturally occurring compound. It's simply the amino acid glutamine attached to one sodium, hence the name monosodium glutamate. Tomatoes, grapes, mushrooms, and cheese are all high in naturally occurring free glutamates. The bottom line about the safety of MSG is that in general, the use of it is not a health hazard to consumers. Its safety has been studied worldwide. The Joint Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN and the World Health Organization Expert Committee on Food Additives, or JECFA, has conducted thorough evaluations and concluded that MSG does not pose a risk to the majority of consumers. Health Canada scientists are in agreement with this view. Additionally, there is no scientific evidence linking obesity in humans with its consumption. However, a small subset of individuals may exhibit sensitivity to MSG. The unpleasant side effects may include a burning sensation, facial pressure, headache, nausea, and chest pains appearing about 20 minutes after consumption and disappearing about 2 hours later. These reactions have generally been reported to be very temporary and not associated with severe adverse long-term health effects. People who are sensitive enough to be affected are advised to avoid the use of this substance, and to remember that MSG is not the sole source of glutamate. Free glutamates in foods can cause the same physiological effect in people who are sensitive. To put the safety of MSG into perspective, we can look at the LD50, or lethal dose. The LD50 is the amount of an ingested substance that kills 50% of a test sample population. For MSG in mice, it's 18 grams per kilogram of body weight. For table salt, it's only 3.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. Of course, this amount is much higher in humans. So unless you're one of the unlucky few who does happen to be sensitive to MSG, the risks of consumption are very, very low.